So welcome to online Tally ERP MS Excel channel. So today I am going to show how do you create a payroll master and payroll voucher in Tally ERP. So payroll process is a regular task of an accountant or HR for any company. So payroll process is very simple process in Tally ERP. So if you know all your manual payroll processing, the work will be very easy here. But suppose you are new to this payroll process, you have to spend some time to understand. So what are all the pay heads and calculations and vouchers? These are all you have to learn very slowly. So once you thoroughly learn everything, after that the work will be very easier for all the people, beginners and whether is experienced man in that field. So I'm going to start creating a company already I created. So we can create a company for this process. We can create a company. So the company name, say Payroll, and we can enter this all the detail here, and I can enter the date, everything. So now the payroll is not a regular task in this Tally ERP. So you can enable the future by press F11. You can activate the accounting feature, and you can say maintain payroll, yes, and more than one payroll, yes. So if you set both option yes, you can create a payroll in Tally ERP company. So you can see the payroll information, you can enter into payroll informations, so you can see all the informations here. Example, first we start from the employee category. So category is nothing but, if you know already cost category, the same thing we are following in employee categories also. So employee category is to categorize your pay structure and also on. And next the employee groups. So the groups you can create example, I can say primary cost category. So manager, primary, yes, salary detail if you want to mention it. Now we don't have, so no. And assistant manager, and so office assistant, and some clerical work, helpers, no, we can say helpers, and the cleaner. So you can say like that, the people or no, the salary structure, so functions. So you can display the detail here, assistant manager, clean, helper, manager, office assistants, and so on. And we can going to create individual employee. For example, I'm going to create individual employee, Mr. A. Mr. A is under manager category, so you can say manager and date of joining and other details. If you want, you can fill all the details here. Mr. B is another guy who is the assistant manager posting it, and you can say that. Okay, so now I can create two important things. One is employee group and employee individually created. So these two are the primary information for the payroll process. The next we go for the pay head process. Before pay heads, you may notice this is two options we have. One is unit and attendance and production type. So unit is usually in some places the salaries are calculated based on their working hours or the number of hours they have worked, and the days, how many days they are working. So the calculation mostly is this is only day basis one. So let's see now how to do that such things. For example, I have a basic attendance or something overtime. If you want to calculate it, you can calculate here. So you go to unit and create example simple unit. You can say hours. So hours is a simple, no, you can say HRS, and the formal name is hours. So you can mention it. And for minute, I can say minutes. So the decimal place are 2, and you can insert. So once you create, and you can go to compound. In compound hours of 60 minutes, you can enter the compound unit. If you possible, you can create. And next we go for attendance. The attendance, let's say the overtime. So the overtime you can calculate it on production basis, hours of 60 minutes. So suppose the person who is working more than 8 hours, we can pay as the overtime charges for that. And you can also take present days of the company. So you can say attendance leave with pay, that is also will take it. And we have LOP, loss of pay, that is leave without pay. So these are all the 3 possible attendance. Right now we have LOP, overtime, and present days. So LOP most probably in many companies one negative attendance. Suppose the employee may have 13 or 12 casual leaves, 15 medical leaves, and 18 annual leaves. Suppose if they are not, if they are taking too much of leave, no, automatically the amount is deducted from their salary as a form of LOP. So overtime is additional duty or additional time allotted for the people or employee. You can say overtime. Present day sometimes it's a positive attendance. It is purely in contract or not regular staff, they would come under this present day calculations. So these are all the 3 ways you can create attendance and other things here. The next we go to this pay heads. The pay heads is important components here. Usually the company can start the basic pay is the first work for that. So basic pay. So the basic pay is earnings for employee, and this is variable, and it is indirect expenses for the company. Affect with salary, yes. The name to be displayed in a payslip basic, and calculation is on attendance basis. So why I'm taking on attendance basis? Sometime if you want to include the LOP, you would select on attendance is the best way. We are not taking a percentage, we are taking only LOP or monthly basis. So you can select month as per calendar period, and we can go to yes. So basic pay, earnings for employee, variable indirect expenses on attendance. We won't take present, we will take only LOP and accept. The next very important one of this salary is DA. So DA is earnings for employee, is a variable indirect expenses, and very important thing is as computed value, because DA is not independent value, DA is a dependent value. So we calculated from some other value, so as computed value. So I can select on specified formula and basic pay. We are including the basic pay, and there is no amount slab, so percentages. So right now 132 percentage, so charging it for the DA. So you can put 132 percentage DA from the basic pay. So very simple. The formula, once again I repeat, on specified formula you can add basic and you can include that things. And next we go for the HRA. So house rent allowances, earnings for employee, variables. So we can say variables and indirect expenses, and as computed value. So it would maybe a basic, we can say a percentage, 50 percentage of basic pay, maybe they are charging it amount this HRA, so you can enable yes. And next one, city compensation allowance, that is also earnings for employee, variables, indirect expenses. We can say flat rate, because there is no rate specified at the time of salary fixations. so it may put a fixer later. So flat rate is another common calculation type we have in our pay heads type. And next we go for the deduction for overtime. The overtime also we calculated overtime, that is we can say OT is earning for employee, is variable, and the indirect expenses. And very important thing is on production basis overtime, and you can enable yes. And these are all the allowances part we created. We go for the deduction part. In deduction part, very first is PF at 12%. We are charging. This is employee statutory deduction. Employee statutory deduction. Current liability PF at 12%, and we can say on specified formula basic, and this amount is up to something 6,000 or something else. If you put 12% of basic pay, so it is compulsory to deduct the salary from this PF. Is a one form we can do this one. Then another important thing is ESI. It is an optional one, so we may not have this ESI for all the employee, but anyhow we create the employee statutory deductions, and this is on specified formula. You can include all the pay heads for that process. So even you can include the OT if possible. So if you include all of them, the percentage 1.75% ESI would calculated for the employee welfare facilities. So that is also very important for employees. So we can say yes, ESI also possible. And very important thing is professional tax. So the professional tax is also employee statutory deduction, and this is covered duties and taxes. And very important thing is on current earnings total. So we can say fix the value according the local authority things. For example, like we fix it like this. I'm not sure about the original value of the local authority. Some term it may be vary. So you can change this according that value. This I can set that value for professional tax. If you want, you can fix it here. And next, these are all the overall employer perspective. The salaries heads are created. Once again, we can view basic pay, CCA, DA, ESI, HRA, OT, PF, and professional tax. See all the this employee perspective we have created. Next, we go for employer point of view. The employer point of view, this is very different one. For example, we can go employer EPS, employer pension scheme contributions. You can say 8.33%, and this is employer statutory contribution. This is an indirect expenses for the company on specified formula basic. I can say 8.33%. So this is very useful one for that people. That is they can use for that. Another one EPF at 3.67%. This is employee statutory contribution and indirect expenses, and on specified formula we can say basic, and we can set slab 6.7% from the provident fund account. And ESI, if possible, we can say at 4.25%, and this is employer contribution, indirect expenses, and this is specified formula. So basic plus DA plus CCA plus HRA plus OT. So if you put all of the money, and we can calculate 4.25% from the salary people. So these are all this employer creating, and we can create PF admin. That is also is one of the main expenses for the employee. This is employers other charges. So we can go with that employers deduction from employers other charges, If you don't have, we can create it here. Okay, so indirect expenses and unspecified formula. So from PF, okay, we can get it. So one big mistake I have done it, so we have to go enable one more feature here, that is payroll processing. Yes, okay, I have done the mistake, so you can go back and do the corrections. For provident fund, once again you go provident fund, please select, this is very important, PF account number 1, and for ESI, employee state insurance, again employee state insurance, and EPS, employee EPS account, EPF, employee EPF account 1. Okay, nice to see all these corrections. Okay, now I can go to create, I can create PF admin, that is employers other charges, admin charge. So I can fix it 1.10 percentage, and EDLI charges, this is also employers other charges, EDLI contribution, this is 0.50, and EDLI admin, this is also employers other charges, EDLI admin charge, and this percentage is 0.1 percentage so far. So we create all these heads so far, employee and employer salary is created. So very important thing is you have to enable both features. I forgot to activate it. So anyhow, we made modifications done. So these are all the process we have done in part 1 classes. So as an accountant or as an HR person, to process the salary for their employee, first we have to create all the necessary pay heads. Once you created, it may fix the employee in salary detail. So part 2 will see more detail, how to fix the salary, how to make the process and all. So thank you. In case any doubt, you may ask in comments, and if you like it, you subscribe more. You subscribe the button, we will get more videos from us. Thank you.